how to vote on Saturday. It's a bit of a dilemma, isn't it? So let's have a look at a couple of seats. Now this is the seat of Barwon. It's huge. It covers nearly half the bloody state. And the sitting member is a man they call Hollywood Humphreys. Never seen a camera he doesn't like. Now he represents the National Party. The mob that want to roll out a huge coal seam gas scheme across our beautiful Pilliga State Forest, which is an important recharge area for the Great Artesian Basin. And he's the Minister for Water? Give me a break. Look, Labor want to scrap the Pillager project altogether, and their candidate Craig Ashby could be a goer. But then there's the independent Rowan Bowen. Now you've got to love these indies. He's standing up for his community who don't want a bar of coal seam gas in their backyards, and I give him my vote just to shove it up the two major parties. Let's have a look at Tamworth, home of country music, and if the big parties have their way, home to big coal mines too. Now steer clear of them. Now independent Peter Draper is dead against mining on the Liverpool plains, as should be anybody with half a brain in their head. He'd get my vote. And here we have the Upper Hunter. Now, if you've driven through the place recently, it looks like something from the dark side of the moon. Huge coal mines ripping through this once pristine valley. I mean, famous vineyards covered in coal dust, to say nothing of kids' lungs. And there are secret plans for 16 more mines. And all of this is backed by both major parties. Well, you've got to look to the Greens here, and John Kay's your man. Now what about Sydney? Well, there's trouble here too, because there's been a bloody great petroleum exploration licence granted that goes from Woy Woy to Wollongong and then west to Wallandilly. Now the Libs are very fond of banging on about how Labor granted all these licences. Well, the Libs granted this to AGL to frack it back in 1993. Then there's the coal seam gas field that runs from Camden to Campbelltown. There you have people living within 50 metres of operating gas wells, with people drilling underneath their brand new homes. Now that's to say nothing about the kids with the blood noses, rashes, lung complaints. And AGL reckons it's all right? Well, not in my book it isn't. So for Camden and Campbelltown, I'd go Labor. Well, okay, that's it from me. But remember, vote early, vote often, but whatever you do, vote. Authorised by Michael Caton, spoken by Michael Caton, and performed by Michael Caton in a last-ditch attempt to keep the bastards honest.